Welcome. The following presentation is an introduction to plagiarism and what constitutes plagiarism. You'll need to read through the slides and listen carefully to the presentation. And if you have any questions, please contact the Dean of Student Development Office at any of the Collin College campuses. Let's begin. As members of the Collin College community, students are expected to recognize and uphold standards of intellectual and academic integrity. Both the ideals of scholarship and the need for fairness require that all dishonest work be rejected as a basis for academic credit. They also require that students refrain from any and all forms of dishonorable or unethical conduct related to their academic work. Scholastic honesty refers to doing your own classwork, your own assignments, and your own essays. When you violate scholastic honesty, you are committing an act of scholastic dishonesty. One major form of scholastic dishonesty is plagiarism. According to the Collin College Student Code of Conduct, plagiarism is the use of an author's words or ideas as if they were one's own without giving credit to the source, including but not limited to failure to acknowledge a direct quotation or patch writing, even when a source is cited. In the preparation of all papers and other written work, students must distinguish their own ideas and knowledge from information derived from other sources. The term sources includes not only published, primary, and secondary materials, but also information and opinions gained directly from other people. Whenever ideas or facts are derived from a source, the source must be indicated by the student. Intentional plagiarism is claiming sole authorship of a work that you know to have been largely written by someone else. Some examples of intentional plagiarism are submitting work from the internet or any other source as if it were your own work, submitting as your own work done jointly by a group in which you may have participated, submitting work done by you but for another class or another purpose without documenting that it was previously used. In other words, recycling an essay or assignment from a previous class, and paraphrasing sources with no attempt to provide credit to the sources. Other examples of intentional plagiarism are purchasing papers and submitting the work as yours, allowing someone else to write the paper or do the work, and all other instances in which the student attempts to circumvent creating an original composition for that assignment and/or attempts to deceive the audience about the sources used when composing the assignment. Examples of unintentional plagiarism are word-for-word copying from sources without placing quotation marks around the passages, not acknowledging all quoted material from a source, patchwork plagiarism, which is poorly paraphrasing a source but failing to provide the documentation where the original information came from, and other instances mainly associated with sloppiness or carelessness with punctuation and/or documentation. In your college courses, you will be expected to use and incorporate scholarly sources written by experts in their respective fields. You must distinguish between your own work and the information obtained from those sources, and failure to do so is plagiarism. Since you will be asked in future classes to integrate the words and ideas of other people, for instance as sources, into your work, you may encounter times in your academic research and writing where you will need to document and cite your sources so that you do not accidentally commit plagiarism. One of the goals of this online course is to teach you how to avoid all instances of plagiarism by documenting and citing sources correctly.